Hi, my name's Eve. We're going to focus on the chest and shoulders. Please put your right hand into the fabric, left hand onto the floor, and begin to gently move your hand in front of you and then behind you, allowing the palm of your hand to turn so it faces inward when you're reaching forward and when you're reaching back, feeling the rotation at your shoulder. Change hands and do the same thing with the other arm. You're folding forward at the hips. If you feel more comfortable with your knees wider apart, you can do that. Continue to just breathe through your nose all the time. And then allow your both hands to come into the fabric. Tuck your toes under and come into a little squat. And then you're going to rock forward onto your knees just to warm up the feet. Take your hands in front of the fabric now and wrap your wrists. And then come into a kind of all fours position where your elbows are bent. And then you can sit back and lean back as you drop your head. Coming forward, feeling the stretch in between your shoulder blades. Leaning back, allowing your head to hang back if that feels good for your neck. Keep gently moving with your breath, inhaling as you go forward and exhaling as you go back. Now you can start to lower your hips when you come forward, so you're going into a little bit more of a plank-like position. You're engaging the abdomen to support your body from the front, holding the pose for 1 or 2 breaths. And then coming back into your little squat. Heels are above the ground, balancing on the balls of your feet. Slowly come up into standing. Now take the fabric behind your back and spread your arms wide. Holding onto the fabric, bend your knees and really feel that you're hanging from your hammock. So you're holding so that your palms are on the outside facing inwards and really letting your head and shoulders be heavy. Slowly return to upright, spreading wide from your heart into your fingertips. And then again, go back into your forward bend. So this is much more about the upper body, so it's really fine to bend your knees as much as you need to feel that you can let your weight hang from the hammock. Coming up again now, take a step forward with one foot, spreading your arms wide. You can now release, so if you've got your left leg in front, you'll take your left hand down onto the leg, keep holding the hammock with your right hand. Pause and breathe. Slowly lift yourself up slightly so you go a bit higher in your Trikonasana, or bend your knee if that feels more comfortable for your back. Slowly come up and change hands. You've still got the same foot in front. So now we have our opposite arm on the front leg. Try not to drift off to the side like I just showed. Keep your body centered in the middle of the mat or on an invisible line between your feet. And then rotate by spiraling your spine as you turn your head to really invite that movement into your neck. You could also be higher up by having your hand on your leg instead of on the floor. So find what works best for you. Take the fabric behind you again, spread your arms. And we're taking a longer step. We've still got the same leg in front. And begin to drop your knee to the ground and then stand up. If it's not comfortable to drop your knee all the way down, just go halfway or to wherever you can comfortably bend to. Exhaling as you come up, inhaling as you go down. Take a smaller step. You can bring your front foot to the middle of the mat to come into warrior 3. Toes of the back foot are pointing downwards to help you keep your hips centered. Now bring that same leg forward. We're strengthening our hip flexors as we take the leg in front of us. And then return to warrior 3. I'm going to alternate between these two. So when we take the leg forward, we're wrapping the fabric around us to give us a bit of support. And when we go to warrior 3, we're taking the arms behind us once again. And then again, we're taking a longer step. Move your fabric now to the base of your ribs. Bend your back knee, rest the knee on the ground, and lean back, supporting your head. So you're going into a lovely back bend. It's okay to let your back knee come up off the ground if that lets you go deeper into the back bend and if it feels good for your body. So it gives you more of that arcing of the body. Take hold of your fabric again. And then bring your other foot forward. So you're coming into a kind of a chair pose, and we're just rocking back and forth, coming onto the balls of the feet and then the heels. Take this time to reconnect with your breathing. And now we're stepping our other foot forward. Starting off with a shorter stance, just like a walking stance. Fold forward, holding the fabric in a way that you feel you can let go of the upper body, so you're hanging from the fabric, elongating your spine, not rounding as I just showed, so keeping a sense of length through your spine. And then we are going to put the same arm as the front leg onto the leg, rotating. You can bend your knee or keep it straight, turning through the spine. If you've got your right leg in front, you're rotating to the left, using the fabric to give you that feeling of lift. And come up and change arms. So now we have the opposite arm coming down in front, using the fabric again to really create space across the chest to help us to rotate with more ease. Breath in. As you exhale, spread your hammock and again bend your knees, hanging your upper body from the fabric. Maybe you want to sway your head slightly from side to side. Come up and take a bigger step now. We're going onto the ball of the back foot, and we are going up and down into from a high lunge to lightly squat down and touch the back knee to the ground, or to hover it above the ground. Moving with your breath, so you're using the power of the exhalation to bring your body back up again each time. Now make your step a little more narrow, once again going into a forward bend, and then we're stepping wide again and bringing the front foot to the center of our mat to go into warrior 3. Really sensing your pelvis is as level as you can possibly make it. Pointing the back toes down really does help to find that level pelvis. And then use that wrapped fabric around your ribs to support you when you counter pose by taking that same leg forward. Spending a few breaths in warrior 3. And then strengthening our hip flexors as we take the leg forward. So you have the option to take your leg forward and bend the knee when you're going into that hip flexor lift or hip flexor strengthening pose, and you also have the option to straighten. The straightening is going to put more load on the muscles. It's going to feel a little more challenging, so you can build up to it if it feels too challenging in the beginning. Slowly bend your knee. And again, we're going to place the fabric as low down at the base of the ribs as you can to give you space to drape your body over the hammock and open your chest as you breathe into the upper lungs, into the sides of your lungs, really welcoming the breath into your body, and then stepping your back leg forward. Come back to our gentle rocking movement, where we're rocking back and forth. Now step your feet wider than your mat, and we're moving in a little arc from one foot to the other, going onto the heel of the straight leg while the other leg bends. Now stay leaning over to one side. One leg is bent and one is straight, and then slowly go to the other side, supporting your head, taking time to experience the stretch in your side body, feeling your connection to the ground underneath the straight leg foot. Return to the center, hold the fabric with both hands, and pull yourself up into standing. Wrap your arms, double wrap through the fabric. So you're going through the middle, hold, and then again through the middle and hold. Keeping your feet rooted, sway your hips over to one side and then the other. So we're still focusing on our side body. Think of your hips jutting out to the side while your feet remain rooted. And now start to make a gentle circle. Now you'll feel that you can lift your heels as you go forward, drop them as you go back. Just let your whole body be taken into the circle, circling around the feet. Wonderful hand and arm strength work that feels like fun at the same time. When you're ready, just hold a little bit lower so you can see you're bending the elbows, and then lean forward. So if you prefer, you can do a single wrap if you feel too restricted in your shoulders. So it's up to you if you want to do a double or single wrap, depending on what feels best for your body. Both of them will work. The double wrap tends to give your wrists a little bit more support, but it's more limiting for the shoulders. And then we're going to do a little hop and take the feet up. So having your feet against the fabric, bend your knees and come down. Okay, so we're using, and I'm just going to give my hands a little shake, and you can do that at any time. Let's try that again. Hopping up, bring your feet against the fabric so the outer edges press against each pole of the hammock. When you're ready to come down, bend your knees, make yourself into a ball, put your feet onto the ground. And let's wrap the wrists again. And come to cross one ankle, your right ankle, over your left thigh. And come into a forward bend. Try not to round your back. So again, lengthening, using the fabric to help you to find that length through your spine from tailbone to crown of your head. And then play with bending and straightening your standing leg. Slowly bending and straightening. Slowly come back up. Take a moment and change legs. Gently folding forward and coming back. Yeah, staying in the forward bend now. Really tuning into the sensations you're feeling in your hip, and then playing with bending and straightening your standing leg. Slowly come back up. Now we're wrapping the wrists once again, leaning our hips back and coming into a kneeling position. You can then unwrap your wrists and come down to rest in child's pose on the floor. Take some time to feel the solid ground underneath your body and to focus on your breath. Now wrap again, bring your hands through the front of the fabric and hold. We're under the plumb line, so we're under the connection to the ceiling. Taking one leg up and onto your side of the fabric, the other leg lies on the ground. Pause and breathe there. Just really, and then come forward, take a break. Change legs. Left foot comes onto your side of the fabric. Right leg is lying on the ground. Breathe deeply. It's fine to bend the leg that's on the fabric. Now we're taking both feet there and going into a little flip all the way over. Hold in a kind of a plank. Then tuck your head in. Make your body into a ball. Your feet go back onto the fabric and your hips return to the ground. And you can rest by bringing your arms down onto the floor and swaying your legs from side to side. Let your breath slow down. Take your feet out of the fabric, hug your knees and come up. And we're going to do that again. So bringing your hands through the front of the fabric, wrap your wrists, bring both feet onto your side of the hammock. You're using the fabric to give you momentum. You'll do a little lift. So you're going to take a breath in and exhale as you lift your hips, make yourself into a ball, and then bring your feet to the floor as you lengthen the upper body forward. It's a big shoulder stretch, but we've done plenty of warming up. You can then reverse the process, putting your heels on top of the fabric and bringing your hips back down to the ground. Pause and rest. So all our shoulder warming up and preparation has brought us to this point. But if you don't feel comfortable to go over into the flip, it's fine to just prepare. Now we're going to play with lifting our hips. So we're focusing on strengthening our triceps muscles, the muscles at the back of the upper arm. And then move slightly back on your mat so you've got a bit more space. You're lifting the body up, holding. Bend your knees like a frog, so you're taking them out to the sides and slowly straighten. Fingers are turned out to the sides, but if it's more comfortable to point your fingers to the back of your mat, you can do that instead. Usually the sides feels a bit better for most people's shoulders. Now we're taking one leg out. We're going to lift and lower the leg. Slowly lifting and lowering. And change to the other side. Lift and lower, lightly touching your heel to the ground, then bringing it up towards your head. Keep your body lifted. When you get tired, you'll be tempted to drop your hips. You can, and then take a break and just come up into it again. So we're going to rest our wrists and arms again by lying down on the ground. You can either keep your feet still or you can sway them from side to side. Allow your awareness to come to your breath. Now move a bit forward on your mat And we're going to start to lift our hips and then move down vertebra by vertebra, lifting up on your exhalation and then slowly lowering down as you inhale. Just finding a gentle flowing movement. And then if you wish, you can support your back and move your fabric to the backs of your knees. Either have your hands on the floor or interlink your fingers with the palms facing your back. Take some deep breaths here, really feeling that you can let your shoulders settle, bringing your elbows closer to each other. You might want to play with taking one leg up towards your head, and even to take your weight out of the hammock and bring your foot towards the ground. If you prefer, just keep your legs in or keep one leg in. This is optional depending on your neck. If you don't want to load your neck too much, then keep your legs in the fabric. If you want to transition between the support of the hammock and the support of your body, then you can play with that. This is the perfect situation to do that. Keeping the hips in the air, we can sway the legs from side to side. And then we're going to transition to come up. So reaching up slowly, taking hold of your fabric. Keep your abdomen engaged. You're drawing the whole body into a ball, and then you can climb a little higher with your hands. Hold it there again, keep breathing, and finally we're lifting all the way up to bring the fabric like a seat underneath our thighs, close to the sitting bones. Take your arms and spread them wide at shoulder level. And if you want to, you can even have a little swing here. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and spread your arms wide once again. The fabric is crossing the palms of your hands. And then bend your knees, come back to our little hanging forward bend, letting go of your head, slowly rolling up. And we're now going to open our hammock, so put your thumb in and fingers out to really get rid of all the creases and make space. Take the back edge of your fabric, bring it through to the front, spread it out over your head like a roof, and then with your hands inside the hammock, cover your shoulders like a shawl. Now lean forward, slide your hands up inside the fabric, holding the edges of the fabric with your thumbs in and fingers out. Begin to bounce your knees and come up and over into shavasana. You might need to try it a few times. You might find that you need to hop a little before you get the momentum to jump in. And remember to slow down the jump a little so that you can make sure that once you're on your back, you're using your feet to spread out the fabric to catch you. And then you can just lie in your hammock and breathe. Breathing through your nose. I like to hang my arms out the top of the fabric with the hands together, but if you prefer, you can cross your arms over your chest or have them down at your sides. Feel that now everything starts softening. Your abdomen softens, your heels sink. All of your spine is dropping into the support of the hammock, becoming realigned. And your breath is flowing easily and freely in and out through your nose. Just observing your breath, feeling your breath moving through your body. Really sinking into a sensation of completely letting go and allowing your body to be held and supported inside the hammock. This is your cocoon and your sanctuary. When you're ready, slowly extend your arms, bring your palms together, pointing your fingers to the back wall. Slowly take your arms to the right and legs to the right, and then arms to the left and legs to the left, waving your body from side to side. Return to the center, reach your arms up, hold the fabric, bend your knees in towards your chest, hug them towards you for 1 or 2 breaths. And then reach your arms up and bring your legs out of the fabric. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class.